to go and counter the police. If he says civil defense, we will send our children to go and match them. So whatever Uzodinma will send to make sure he defend those things he built, Biafrans are ready to quit him and the people he will send. I think I said, is it on your this platform? I said that if Uzodinma did not take time, what happened in the Otokoto period, in the time of Abacha, will happen to Uzodinma. I am Mr. Paradeni Okokunden. I'm discovering of IDP camp or self-haven for Boko Haram in Imo State. It's not a surprising to me. Because I think I told you, I said the last time, that before, if they leave this one in Mbeno, by the end of this year, all the local governments in Imo State we have IDP camp. I think I said before on one of neither your channel or the other anyone's channel. This was exactly what happened. You know, Uzodinma acquired so many land. Like Roger Sokorocha. Roger Sokorocha acquired so many land his own time. But he did not go extent like Uzodinma. Rogers acquired to his own selfish to occupy for his own self. But Uzodinma acquired for the Fulani. Now, as he did to Mbeno people, telling them he's building university, open university. Since he built that open university, how many lectures have students taken there? How many students have rolled in there? Now, this is how he took lands in the name of university, because that's the only thing they can take to deceive Imo people. You know, Imo people love reading. Imo, Abia, they love reading. When we were in all the East Central states, created by Gowan, and Anambra, and Imo later created, all the whole people working in the then East Central state, all of them were all the Imo. So when Imo and Anambra was created first to divide East Central state into two, all the whole people working in ministries of East Central state, all of them came from old Imo, which is Abia and the current Imo. So when they depart, you discover that the old East Central state was the whole offices were occupied by this Imo and the Abia. So these people, they love reading. I'm not saying other states are not reading.
For Imo in particular.
But an average Igbo man, he may not have PhD, but an average Igbo and Abia man like to go to school. At least, they will finish class 5. Then in university, they can be dropped out. Anambra doesn't read anyhow. But when Anambra man read, he makes sure he got PhD. He makes sure he become a philosopher or a professor. You understand? So, Roger, Uzodinma may take that opportunity that these people love reading to deceive them, that you give them open university. And if you acquire all the places Uzodinma acquire land, you acquired it in the name of Imo State, Imo people progress. And most of them are Imo projects. But at the end, now I heard that in his own town, in his own town, Omoma, or his own local government, he acquired land also over there and said he's building campus university or something over there, which means what these people, Biafran Defense Force, said is truth. He may acquire so many land in disguise of open university or whatever you call it, or poetry or whatever for Imo people, but at the end he will turn it and give it to Fulani in the name of refugees camp, commission, Nigerian displacement commission, or what. But I want to ask Uzodinma. I don't know whether he have born when Biafra faced the first war. Uzodinma, if you have not born, ask your elders or you come and ask me, I will tell you the truth. How many people open IDP camp for Biafran refugees? Eh? At the end of Biafran war, both military and civilians, over 7 million, getting to 8-9 million people died. Both military and civilian. The people hunger killed are more than the people bullet killed. Uzodinma, how many people open IDP camp or refugee camp for Biafrans to stay? Even Cameroon, we are begged to have camp there for Biafra refugee. Cameroon said no. Cameroon refused and said no. Eh? Now we are trying to open IDP camp for people who sack themselves. Uzodinma, are you the one who sacked them? Are you the one who sacked them from the inheritance? You see, someone ekpa have been saying it. And one thing that make me to love Simon ekpa leadership, as of now, Nnamdi is still in Nigeria detention. He will say a word and make sure that word is implemented. If that word cannot be implemented, he will come in time. He will come in time and inform you that that word cannot be implemented. And if you watch the reason will be okay. All I know, that wherever they find such type of camp, it will not exist. I have said it before. Let Uzodinma employ the whole army, employ the whole force, even invoke demons to come out. If he invoke demons to come out, we will cry for God to release his angels. You understand? If he send Nigerian army, then Biafrans are there to defend their land. If he send the police, then we will send our women to go and counter the police. If he send civil defense, we will send our children to go and match them. So whatever Uzodinma will send to make sure he defend those things he build, Biafrans are ready to quit him and the people he will send. I think I said it, is it on your this platform I said that if Uzodinma did not take time, what happened in the Otokoto period, in the time of Abacha, will happen to Uzodinma. This, how many times will I say it? Because
what happened?
when Imo people reacted of the killing, kidnapping, murder going on in Imo State that time, most particularly in Owerri, people rose up and react. And that's the end of Otokoto Hotel. That's the end of his son, Obidiozo. You understand? So I have said it. One thing with you, we Igbos, or I call us, we Biafrans, or I call us Igbo. One thing with us, we will watch you patiently. We will follow you softly. But it will reach a stage, we tell you no, no going back, no going back. As Biafran have reached a stage of declaration of no going back. So Uzodinma may feel a group of people for a time, but they cannot fool the whole people at a time. The whole people, they cannot fool us continuously. But Biafran Defense Force should hasten up. They should start firmly to stop this barbarian in that territory. Because if Imo succeeded, if Uzodinma succeeded in Imo, Anambra will take suit. Abia will take suit. Anambra will take suit. Ebonyi will take suit. Enugu is already with him. It's remain only Abia that may be considering because of their governor, LS Oti. You understand? So I don't think that IDP camp may be hold. Because the people now are fearing that these people are repentant Boko Haram in disguise of displaced people in the north. And if you bring them closer with the situation of Nigeria, as Obasanjo said, that Nigeria is sitting on a cake of gunpowder or on a cake of time bomb. If you bring these people and they are really repentant Boko Haram in disguise as displaced civilians, eventually, if this time bomb explode or the cake of gunpowder got fire, it will be easy to them to disorganize the Biafran territory. Because now you don't know whether you are fighting the people in the front, you don't know whether you are fighting your own politicians, and you don't know you are fighting within people that are within in the name of internal displaced people. So this is why Biafran Defense Force, Biafran government in exile, should not allow anything come to exist.
But if the BDF, if they keep destroying the camps, of this repentant Boko Haram or Fulanis, do you not think this will, escalate or increase tension even there in the north, put the lives of the Igbos, their business and their life at risk?
Let it escalate. Let it escalate. You cannot say no to life and say no to death. What must surely happen? Yes, you cannot say no to life and say no to death. What you must surely take one. If the Igbos or Biafras in the north love their life, let them be quitting now. You cannot say you want independence, and go to that person's house and sit tight. You want independence. One of the things to prove it is to dismantle yourself. In the person's house, you want to get your independence. I think it's in 2017. It's a long period for Igbos in the north to live. When Arewa youth told them leave. And remember, the way I see it, all this boasting or word of retaliation or word of anarchy coming from north are coming from so-called Arewa youth or northern youth. Although their elder may be behind. But these people are the people that forward it. And if their elder is not behind them and their elder kick against it, such type of thing will never happen. Their elders, their leaders, political leaders, traditional leaders, even their businessmen, the learned people among their midst, if they did not support them on the ground and to totally say no, it will not be. And remember, if escalated to war, this war cannot be the first war. Because this war now, all I have opened. People have known the truth. They cannot run, even though, if it happen now, that they start slaughtering the Igbos in the north, that will be the end of one Nigeria. But if they allow Igbos to go peacefully, one Nigeria will remain. The West, Middle Belt, Kanuri, Hausa Fulani will remain as one Nigeria. But if they do otherwise, that's the end of one Nigeria. So you attempt all Israel.
President Nnamdi Kanu, the lawyer came a few days ago and said they couldn't allow him have access because of how he was able to define what is called the law in Nigerian court, telling them that the Supreme Court judgment has already set him free. Why is he still being tried in the lower court? Illegality. The United Nations are there. Antonio Guterres, United Nations Secretary General, you are sitting there. Meeting, nothing. Are you not seeing the impunity in Abuja? Are you not seeing the killings of Biafrans by the Boko Haram?
But you have seen AG Mako come out and counter that and say that Nnamdi Kanu has no question to answer to the government, that he should be free, unconditionally. Do you think is right? Do you think he should be countering what the Ohaneze or the Indigbos are saying?
The leadership of Ohaneze is still mourning. The Ohaneze is mourning. I learned that the next Ohaneze king or president is going to come from River State, which is Igbo land. Anybody that's telling you that River State is not Igbo land to have his head examined. That's by the way. We have lost Emmanuel Iwanyawo, a prominent and illustrious Igbo son. So the Ohaneze is mourning. And while Ohaneze is mourning, they are also extending and giraffing and waiting and praying that Nnamdi Kanu will be released. Whether it's released on 1st October, that is Tinubu's business. Whether it's released anytime, that is Tinubu's business. Because we understand from what the new CGN is saying is that disobedience of court order and rules and judgment stops with my presence as the CGN, signaling that any moment from now, Nnamdi Kanu will be released. And if he fails, that he's just making a political statement because he was given appointment, and he feels he can come out to the public and say this kind of a thing, then he should know that he also should be held responsible of whatever happens. She said very clearly that she will adhere to court judgment, obey court judgment, obey court rule, which means that anybody that said granted bail by the court, you are granted bail. Anybody that is set free by the court is set free. Anybody that you make sure that certain the rule of law has to be very, very active. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, the lawyer, came a few days ago and said they couldn't allow him have access because of how he was able to define what is called the law in Nigerian court, telling them that the Supreme Court judgment has already set him free. Why is he still being tried in the lower court? Illegality. The United Nations are there. Antonio Guterres, United Nations Secretary General, you are sitting there. Meeting, nothing. Are you not seeing the impunity in Abuja? Are you not seeing the killings of Biafrans by the Boko Haram?
The Igbos let them know, the Indigbos, is the United Nations aware?
Are you not watching what is happening, development between Israel and the Hamas, Palestinians and Iran presently in United Nations? Are you not seeing that even in the General Assembly, most of the issues that are disturbing the world are not even being discussed, are not even being mentioned? What is the essence of having a body like United Nations, when they are supposed to gather fast and even make some certain statements to stop the breeding of conflict? That is just the truth. Your own is to maintain sanity among nations, to prevent conflict among nations, and not to help breed conflict. They are there watching the way and manner the Igbos have been attacked by Boko Haram, how Nnamdi Kanu was kidnapped. They are watching illegality, a United Nations charter that allows somebody to seek and ask and for self-determination, which is United Nations charter. And still, when somebody is carrying such legality based on United Nations charter and it seems to have some certain challenges, they look away, they look in the other direction. What does that mean? That is what is causing crisis currently now in the Middle East. But Israel have risen to defend themselves and call the shots of the United Nations because they are not up to their responsibility. They are seeing what is transpiring in Nigeria and they are not saying anything. They are seeing the wickedness of the nationalization that's going on in the Yoruba land against the Igbos, and they are not saying anything. Balkanization and neutralization of United Nations should be an option of the American government at this point in time, considering the fact that the same United Nations under WHO took a certain position when COVID-19 bred in Wuhan in China ravaged the whole world. Up to now, United Nations have not come out to tell the whole world. The only civil, biggest, largest, organized civil organization in the world could not be able to protect civility. The president of the United Nations should be seen as the president of the whole world. The Secretary General of the United Nations should be seen as the president of the whole world. Not even America, not even because this is pure humanity. We are talking about civility, humans. It shouldn't be America, it shouldn't be Britain, it shouldn't be Italy, France. That's why it's United Nations. The president himself. The rising of the sun will rise and things fall apart by Achebe. The Biafran conquest has already begun. The Biafran movement has begun. We are not conquering any territory. We are not invading any part of anywhere in any world. Ideologically, we are restoring a nation. And that is why Ohaneze Igbo and other lovers of reality and freedom who are seeing the handwriting of all the Boko Haram cells across Nigeria, knowing fully well that their target is to destroy Biafra. But Chukwuekike Abiyama, who delivered Israel, will deliver Biafra. Who made Israel as a nation what they are today after 6 million Jews were killed in one day. Ohaneze is watching. They are watching the romance between the Yorubas and the Hausas. They are watching the northernization politically that's going on in Southwest. Let them go and ask the Hausas what happened. How the Hausa become a stooge to the Fulanis. It will take years before it will happen. But some Yorubas are seeing the handwriting on the wall. They are watching. They understand the capacity. They understand what Igbos are trying to breed. Went to the war. Came out picking nylon on the street. Do you know what is called Obioma? Knocking machine, bang, 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 bang. Calling people, come and sew your cloth, come and sew your cloth. Are Igbos doing it again? They cannot do it again. They are advancing to become a major power bloc in Africa that will checkmate the excesses of what the filthy hands the Yorubas are trying to dip. Tinubu is leading them to dip their hands. Now. Yes. If you come out and you tell me you don't believe in regionalism, now the journalism cannot work in Nigeria because of crude oil, who tells you that? Are you the owner of Nigeria? Not the owner of Nigeria. And that is where to go. We must understand that very clearly. The way they are playing their politics in Southwest is different from the way they play their politics in the North. They play their politics in the East. Up to today, go and ask an average British political person, he will tell you that he does not believe that Nigeria will be one. Why the contraption is always forcing themselves when they know the reality that somebody like Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is in detention. the eastern governors, everybody is quiet. But Uzodinma does not want to raise his ugly head because he knows that he is the only face of APC in the eastern region. But I can tell you, the God that delivered Daniel from the den of lion, the God that taught the mystery of Shadrach and Abednego in Babylon, is the same God today and forevermore. And looking at that man there and what Simonema is trying to do in Finland, one day, somehow, by omission or by commission, I'm not talking about the Igbo here. I'm talking about the black race, which includes the Hausas too, the Yorubas too, and other nationalities of Africa that felt, that continue to bear the burden of colonization. That Biafra will rise and liberation of the black man will follow.